Have you ever just sat quietly and felt different? Not sick. Not exactly in pain. But something about your body feels unfamiliar, like you've crossed into a stage where things aren't quite what they used to be. Maybe your energy isn't as steady. Maybe your appetite is different. Or maybe, every once in a while, you catch yourself forgetting why you walked into a room. And you tell yourself, well, I'm getting older. This must be normal. But somewhere in the back of your mind, a little voice whispers, is it? Or is my body trying to tell me something I shouldn't ignore? The truth is, after 70, your body becomes an incredible messenger. It starts to quietly send out little signals. Not to scare you. Not to make you worry. But almost like gentle taps on the shoulder, saying, hey, pay attention. I'm changing. And if you listen closely, you'll know how to take better care of me. You see, many people believe that aging just means slowing down. But it's not that simple. Some changes are simply part of growing older, harmless, expected. Others, though, can quietly hint at how strong your body still is, and how many good years may still be ahead of you. I know. It's not always easy to face. Thinking about how long we have left, it can make anyone feel vulnerable. But let me tell you something important, this isn't about fear. It's about power. Because when you recognize these signs early, you give yourself something very precious, choice. The choice to act sooner. The choice to adjust, to strengthen, to protect your health. The choice to keep living your life fully, with dignity, with grace, and with as much joy as possible. And that's exactly why you're here today. Because in this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 quiet but powerful signs that may give you insight into your body's future. Signs that even doctors pay close attention to. And trust me, the 5th sign surprises a lot of people. Now, before we dive in, if you care about staying informed about your health, if you want to stay ahead, to protect your future, type "I'm here" in the comments right now. And make sure you hit that subscribe button here on Elderly Health Central, so you never miss out on these life-changing insights. Alright, let's begin. Sign number 1, the weight that slips away. Maybe you've noticed something recently. Your pants feel a bit looser. That favorite ring of yours seems to spin more freely on your finger. You haven't changed your diet. You're not trying to lose weight. But somehow, the pounds are slipping away. You might tell yourself, well, maybe I'm just eating less. And yes, after 70, it's common to feel less hungry. Taste buds dull a bit. Smells aren't as sharp. Food just isn't quite as exciting as it once was. But when weight drops steadily, without effort, it could be your body sending a message. Sometimes it's muscle loss, something called sarcopenia, where the muscles quietly shrink if we're not using them enough. Other times, it may point to how your organs are functioning, your thyroid, your digestion, even early signs of illness that haven't yet made themselves obvious. And many older folks simply accept it. Oh, it's part of getting older. But here's the truth. Even small amounts of unplanned weight loss deserve attention. Not to alarm you, but because noticing early gives you choices. You see, your body needs those calories to fuel your strength, your bones, your immune system. When weight slips, strength often follows. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. Adding in small, protein-rich snacks throughout the day, things like yogurt, nut butter on toast, eggs, can give your body the support it quietly craves. Tiny changes add up. Because as we age, maintaining weight isn't about vanity. It's about preserving independence. And while weight is one quiet signal, energy may be whispering even louder. Sign number 2, feeling tired all the time. You get up in the morning. You've slept through the night. But before noon, you feel it creeping in, that heavy sense of fatigue. By mid-afternoon, a nap sounds tempting almost every day. And sometimes, even after resting, you don't feel fully refreshed. This kind of tiredness is different from being sleepy. It's more like your body's batteries aren't charging the way they used to. Now, it's easy to dismiss. I'm just old. Of course I'm tired. But don't be too quick to accept it. Persistent fatigue after 70 can reflect how well your heart is pumping blood. Whether your cells are getting enough oxygen. Whether you have enough iron, or whether your hormones are balanced. Sometimes, even mild dehydration or certain medications quietly steal your energy. And when energy drops, people often move less, which then weakens muscles, making everything feel harder. Simple daily habits can help more than you think. Start the morning with light stretches. Sip water regularly throughout the day. Have your vitamin B12, iron, and thyroid levels checked. Sometimes, a small adjustment can bring back surprising vitality. But remember, fatigue isn't the only messenger. Sometimes, your strength shows itself in your hands. Sign number 3, your grip feels weaker. You pick up a glass. You twist open a jar. You carry the grocery bag to the kitchen. And suddenly, those everyday tasks feel heavier than they used to. It's subtle at first. You may not even realize your grip is weakening, until one day you struggle with a stubborn lid or drop something unexpectedly. Doctors pay close attention to grip strength because it's more than just hand muscles. It quietly reflects how well your nerves, circulation, muscles, and overall health are functioning together. In fact, studies have shown that weaker grip strength can sometimes predict overall longevity better than even blood pressure readings. But many people don't notice until frustration sets in. The good news? You don't need fancy equipment to work on it. Keep a soft therapy ball by your chair. Squeeze it gently while watching TV. Do simple hand exercises daily. Keep your hands busy with light tasks, folding laundry, cutting vegetables, playing cards. Because when your grip stays strong, your confidence grows. And when your confidence grows, you stay more independent. But physical strength isn't the only area that quietly changes. Sometimes, the shifts happen in your mind, and they can be even harder to notice. Sign number 4, forgetting things more often. You walk into a room, and pause. What did I come in here for? You start to tell a story to a friend, only to realize you've already told it last week. You search for a word that feels like it's right on the tip of your tongue, but just won't come. These little lapses are common as we age. The occasional forgetfulness isn't necessarily cause for alarm. After all, we've lived long lives, filled with countless memories. But when the frequency increases, when forgetting starts to interrupt your daily routine, it's important to pay attention. Sometimes it's harmless, maybe you didn't sleep well, or you're dehydrated, or a medication is interfering. But sometimes, these small signs may point toward early stages of cognitive decline or memory-related conditions. The wonderful thing is, your brain is like a muscle. It thrives on use. Reading books. Doing puzzles. Learning new things. Having rich conversations. Even listening to music can help stimulate the brain. And if you notice these changes, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. Because early support can help maintain mental sharpness for years to come. Of course, nothing challenges your memory quite like a restless night. Sign number 5, restless nights and sleep changes. You crawl into bed at a decent hour. You fall asleep easily. But before long, you're awake again, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe more. You might lie there staring at the ceiling, your mind wide awake while your body begs for rest. Sleep changes are extremely common after 70. Sometimes, it's the body's shifting hormones. Sometimes, it's discomfort, joints aching, needing to use the bathroom more often, or simply lighter sleep cycles that come with age. For some, issues like sleep apnea quietly rob them of deep rest without them even realizing it. Many older adults assume this is simply normal aging, but poor sleep takes a heavy toll on your heart, immune system, mood, and even memory. The good news? You have more control than you think. Evening routines help. Limiting caffeine after noon. Keeping your bedroom cool and dark. Gentle stretches before bed. And if the problem persists, a sleep study might reveal issues you never suspected. Because when you sleep well, your entire body heals better. And yet, how you move during the day also holds clues. Sign number 6, slower walking pace. You once walked confidently down the street, enjoying the fresh air, the rhythm of your steps. But lately, you notice your pace slowing. Your steps are shorter. You pause more often. You reach for handrails that you once ignored. What feels like simply taking it easy may actually be your body hinting that strength, balance, or coordination are changing. Doctors often measure walking speed because it can quietly reflect many hidden processes, from heart function, to nerve health, to muscle integrity. Many people focus only on fall prevention, which is important. But strengthening the root causes can do even more. Balance exercises, light strength training, and short, frequent walks can help rebuild lost confidence and keep your muscles engaged. And sometimes, the biggest signal isn't physical at all, it's social. Sign number 7, pulling away from social life. You used to enjoy morning coffee with friends. Sunday church service. Family gatherings filled with laughter. But slowly, you find yourself turning down invitations. Preferring the quiet of home. Choosing solitude more often than you once did. Now, we all enjoy quiet time. That's normal. But when isolation becomes the habit, it can quietly erode not just mood, but overall health. Social withdrawal is sometimes a sign of deeper issues, like early depression, cognitive changes, or hearing difficulties that make conversation feel exhausting. And yet, human connection remains one of the most powerful medicines. Small steps help. A short phone call. A regular visit with a friend. Joining a community class or hobby group. Because staying connected keeps your mind sharp, your mood lifted, and your heart stronger. You see, all of these signs are like whispers from your body, not to frighten you, but to give you time. Time to pay attention. Time to act. I know, some of these signs may feel heavy to think about. None of us like to face our own changes. It's easier to tell ourselves, oh, it's just age. To brush it aside, to avoid the uncomfortable thought, what does this mean for me? But you're here. And by listening, by simply learning, you've already done something powerful. Because knowing these signals doesn't mean surrendering to them. It means you're paying attention. And when you catch these quiet shifts early, before they take root, you give yourself options. You give yourself the chance to strengthen weak muscles before they limit you. You give your mind the stimulation it needs before memory loss progresses. You give your heart the support it deserves before fatigue overwhelms your days. You see, aging doesn't happen overnight. It arrives quietly, a little bit at a time, like gentle waves reshaping the shore. And while we can't stop the tide completely, we can build stronger foundations to stand on. Sometimes that foundation is as simple as a phone call to a doctor when you notice persistent fatigue. Sometimes it's choosing to add a small walk after breakfast each morning, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Sometimes it's reaching for that puzzle book before bed, keeping your brain engaged. Or simply saying yes to that coffee invitation with a friend, even if you feel like staying home. Because every small action you take stacks up. It's not about perfection. It's about protecting your independence. It's about preserving your dignity. It's about making sure the years ahead aren't just longer, but richer. We often think of health as something we either have or don't. But in truth, health after 70 is like tending a garden. If you nurture it, feed it, protect it from the storms, it continues to bloom. Even when the seasons change. And if you ever feel overwhelmed, remember, you don't have to face it all at once. Even noticing just one sign, and taking one small step, can open doors you didn't know were still available. Because the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. To wake up each day with the strength to do the things you love. To stay present with the people who love you. And if that feels a bit emotional, that's okay. Because it means you care. And caring is what gives these years their deepest meaning. Now that we've walked through these 7 signs together, let's take a quiet moment to reflect on everything we've covered today. We talked about 7 signs that your body may quietly share with you after 70. Small signs. Subtle signs. But signs that matter. We started with weight loss that slips in without trying, those looser clothes, the smaller portions that seem to fill you up faster. Then we explored feeling tired all the time, that deeper kind of weariness that no nap seems to fix. We talked about weaker grip strength, those moments when jars become stubborn, or bags feel heavier than they once did. We looked at more frequent forgetfulness, the little memory hiccups that begin to visit more often. We discussed disrupted sleep, those restless nights of waking up again and again, wondering why you just can't stay asleep. We saw how walking more slowly isn't always just taking your time, but sometimes your body's quiet way of asking for support. And finally, we talked about withdrawing socially, when you find yourself pulling away from friends, family, and activities you once enjoyed. Every one of these signs, on its own, may not feel alarming. But together, they're like small puzzle pieces. When you see the full picture, you gain valuable insight into your health, insight that can empower you to take action early, while you still have the strength to make a difference. Now I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs in yourself? Or maybe in your spouse, your siblings, your friends? If so, please take a moment and share your experience in the comments below. You never know who might read your story and feel a little less alone. Sometimes just knowing that others are walking a similar path brings comfort. And often, your comment may help someone else spot a sign they hadn't even considered. Here at Elderly Health Central, this is what we do: we learn together, we support each other, and we face the realities of aging with courage, with dignity, and with wisdom. If you found today's video helpful, even if just one piece resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll join a growing community of people who aren't afraid to learn, who want to stay informed, and who believe that aging doesn't mean giving up, it means adapting, growing, and protecting the beautiful years we still have ahead of us. And if you click the little bell next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified whenever we release a new video, so you never miss valuable insights that may help you or someone you love. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, stay strong. Stay curious. And above all, stay hopeful. Because every day you wake up is another chance to live well, love deeply, and write the next beautiful chapter of your story. I'll see you in the next video.